Joining us now to discuss the investigation is civil rights attorney Joe Richardson. Joe, thanks so much for being with us this evening. Ben Crump, who's representing the family, told Jake Tapper earlier that his number one question here is why Nolan left his cell phone. The family also says that he went hours without posting to Snapchat. They're wondering if those posts, if they exist, could have potentially been deleted. How crucial is that phone in terms of evidence? How could that help determine what really happened?
It's the beginning, good to be with you, Boris. It's the beginning and the ending of the largest questions related to this case. First of all, he's a social kid. He snaps, he sends pictures, etc. They're out on July the 4th. They're out on the island doing their thing. There would seem to be, there would be information that would be missing if there's no snaps and if there's no pictures. And then the phone, again, the phone. Why on earth would anyone separate themselves from their phone? No one would do that. It's a safety issue, and for young people, it's a status issue. We don't do anything without our phone, and if it's true that he's going to go away and not be with his friends, that makes it all the more important for him to have his phone.
Investigators are asking for any original unedited photos and videos from the island, including any that show an alleged altercation or even just Wells himself. What are they going to need to build a reliable timeline and to separate verified evidence from rumors that flood social media?
They're going to have to get to the heart of the matter, but what I would say is they're not going to do that by saying skip to all the firsthand information right now. If you are lacking information, particularly in a place where there aren't a whole lot of public cameras, etc., because it's an island, etc., you've got to start off with whatever you hear, and then you make distinctions between what can be followed up on, what ought to be followed up on, what makes sense, what tracks, and what doesn't. So I don't think that the investigating agency should be as discriminate right now about the information that needs to come in. If they're truly trying to get to the bottom of this, you take everything at face value, what you hear, you see what tracks, and you see where it takes you, as opposed to dealing with, in some perception, what might be a predetermined outcome.
Joe, the family has called for an independent autopsy and a fully transparent investigation. We heard from Ben Crump saying that Mississippi's racial history helps explain why they're skeptical and they want outside scrutiny. What can authorities do now to give this family confidence that they're following up on every lead?
The most important thing is transparency. Go above and beyond so that you have shown every card that you have out there. You left no stone unturned. You looked at everything. And frankly, it would start by making sure, like for instance, apparently Nolan's best friend hasn't been interviewed yet. He doesn't seem to have a problem with it, but it would be a natural place to start. Check all of the boxes so that when you come up with the result that you do, the family, which is already tasked with doing something that no family wants to do, and that's bury a child, they can move on the best way that they can. It's not something you get over, but it's something that you can try to get through, but it starts with transparency about knowing everything that they could know. And maybe if that independent autopsy is inconclusive or is consistent with what this coroner does, then maybe that's a starting point.
Joe, before we go, the mother of one of the men pictured with Wells happens to be a local judge. She put out a lengthy post on Facebook this week trying to dispel rumors, saying that her son is fully cooperating with authorities. Was it appropriate for her to speak out about an active investigation this way as a judge?
No, it was not. You don't put your toe in the water as a judge. Normally, the only public statements the judges are making are about the cases that they're actually judging. She may have vacillated over it. She's got to know better. But when she did that, it was a mistake because now she's talking about, she says she's doing it so that the people can concentrate, the family, we can focus on the family's grief. But the family's grief is very different than the family's justice. And we're going to have to do the things that we need to do to check every box so that this family can get some closure about what actually happened with their son, because what's being said right now and what's being suggested does not make sense.
Joe Richardson, appreciate the expertise. Thanks for joining us.